Alrighty, so a lot of you guys are probably wondering what's next for the GTR, and we're up to that point in time, and I'm pleased to announce to you that the next thing we're going to be doing is painting this old girl. We're going to be giving it a new look, fresh coat of paint, a new look over. I'm pretty sure I said in a previous video, but this thing is going back to its factory color of midnight purple. On my VIN tags it's got LP2. I'm not really sure why this thing got painted. So we've got a bit of a wild plan of attack for this thing. We've gone out and we've bought ourselves a new air compressor and a new orbital sander to make life a little bit easier with this. We do have a deadline of about 5 months to get everything done, including some stuff we're doing after paint. So we've got 5 months to do paint and some other stuff which you guys will see later on. But for now we're just going to focus on getting the body ready to get painted. And yeah. So I think the best sort of way we've been looking at this, me and Ty have been looking over it a lot and sort of deciding where to begin, how to begin, etc, etc. And I think we've decided that we're just going to start at the back of the car and move forward. Okay, for those of you that don't know, there are 5 bolts holding the tail lights in. Let's see if I can point to them. One here, one here, one here, one there, and one there. They're not really held in real well with the bolts. It's mainly held in with that black glue stuff to stop moisture getting into the boot and stuff like that. You also have to take out that center garnish, which is 4 bolts, which you can see 2 there and 2 over there. So now we're going to get to the job of cleaning up all this black sealant stuff, which is gross, and then we can send the tail lights. Woo! This is a spoiler. This is a rear bumper.
This is a boot.
so welcome back. We decided to skip a lot of the sanding stuff. You've seen a lot of that on the Magna anyway, so if you really want to walk into depth with that, go and watch that video. So we're at the point where we've taped everything up, we've had everything sanded. We're not going to do the engine bay just yet. We're just going to do the main body of the car, and then when I pull the engine out to do some other stuff to it, which you guys will see, we're going to make the engine bay look really good and paint that all in. So today we're just doing undercoat, some basic primer filler by Besser makes this stuff. Big 4 litre tin of it. This stuff's pretty good to use. I've heard some good stuff about it. It comes in a 2 part, so you got 4 parts of primer filler to 1 part of hardener, which you see that when you mix up in the tub. It's a bit hard to show you that stuff, so we'll probably skip how to mix it, but it sort of makes sense when someone's showing you, but it's sort of hard to see on camera. Then we're going to use some thinners on top of that, 20% thinners on top to thin it out and make it flow through the gun really good. For this I'm just using a Blackridge air gun you can get this stuff from Super Cheap. I've never had any problems with it, it's pretty good. Put that down there. It looks like one of them. Gravity fed's probably the better way to go. I don't really like the bottom feed ones. I find why not just let gravity do its work and let it fall through the gun, as well as you got your compressor to blow it out anyway. So I find these are really great. I think they only cost like 70 or 80 bucks from Super Cheap, and I've used this probably a good handful of times. I've never had any problems with it, so I definitely recommend it. It's always good to have one of these little things. They go in the top of your spray gun down there. It filters out any excess gunk and thickness in the paint that you don't want. Usually these don't pick up a great deal, but it's always good to have it just in case you've got stuff in the paint that ends up coming through your gun, ends up in your spray job. Good to have that stuff. Before we put paint into the gun, we also use something similar to this, but it's basically a big strainer, big sieve for the paint. They look like that. They just sit in the top of the gun, you pour your paint in there and it strains through that. Pretty basic.
And safety first.
Always make sure you mix your paint when you set it up in your tubs and stuff. Your paint mixing sticks and stuff like that. They're all pretty well the same. Otherwise, safety first. Use a mask so you're not breathing in paint fumes all day. And let's get to spraying, I guess. And that brings us to the end of another episode. The GTR is completely in primer, and in the next episode we're going to start looking at sanding it down and getting it ready for colour and clear. If you like this sort of stuff, consider subscribing and liking to our channel and everything. Share us around, it would mean a lot to us. Don't forget that we're giving away 2 of our Project Fast, I know that's backwards, but 2 of our Project Fast t-shirts at 100 subscribers on our YouTube channel. So share it around, get us to 100 subscribers and put in your nominations. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video, which shouldn't be far away. So see you then.